Those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. If you guys can understand that, then what you'll see happen is that your dreams won't come true. Something greater will.
Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Modern Fiction back at it again with another video. One Piece Chapter 1001 review. Let's get it. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Shueisha hit your boy with a couple copyright strikes, so I'm on thin ice. I gotta be really careful. No more manga panels. So yeah, bear with me. The chapter starts off with Big Mom talking shit about Luffy's ambition to become Pirate King that still hasn't been significantly damaged. Her durability is insane. She has an impenetrable skin, and you definitely need advanced armament haki to even bypass that level of armor, let alone hit or hurt her in a significant way of resounding magnitude. Kaido stating that attack damaged me, as Luffy did use Rio, aka Advanced Armament Haki, on Red Rock to damage Kaido. Then you see all the rest of the supernova talking about the advanced haki, and even though based on their dialogue they don't explicitly have that advanced armament haki, they all have some semblance of it to where they can damage the yonko, because like Law with his fruit can already attack you internally, which is what the application of advanced armament haki does. And then Zoro, we saw in Alabasta, he learned to cut what he wants to cut and not cut what he does not want to cut, and that was part of Old Man Hero Girl's explanation when he's explaining advanced armament haki to Luffy. So Zoro is definitely destined to get it. And then Kid has a completely different fighting style. He even said he knows how tough Kaido's skin is, but he said, can you handle getting crushed with all this metal? He's bypassing that in his own way. Kaido's getting pressed. He realized that Luffy got stronger because he asked what happened after I crushed him in Curry. Then we get that goat panel where Kaido's like, there are only a handful of people that can fight me. Are you implying that you are just as great as they are? With the coat looking top tier, he isn't yet, but he's coming out of Wano, a great pirate. I'm going to put out a video on what it means to be a great pirate. Obviously, everyone in the verse has their own definition, but just overall in general. Roger, Primebeard, Rocks, Odin, Shanks. This is a crazy panel. I've been saying Odin's Yonko level. I won't say this confirms it. I'll put out a video on that as well. And these are all the characters that Kaido respects and reveres, but also has probably clashed with. So first of all, Garp isn't a pirate. He's a marine. That's my headcanon for why he's not on the panel. And then Mihawk is, even though he's a pirate, he's strictly a swordsman. So maybe that's why he's not on the panel as well. But also, these guys on the panel are not all equal, because I would have a Prime Roger, Whitebeard, and Rocks one step above current Shanks and a Prime Odin, who are still great in their own right. But these are the people that Kaido himself either had trouble with or respect as equal, if not superior. It's a goated panel though. Luffy with the straw hat and coat with the legends of old behind him. Eyes blacked out, you know he's serious. And Kaido tries to hit Luffy with the Thunder Bagua. He's calm and coherent this time in the fight. He actually uses advanced observation haki to analyze his movements and tries to dodge. But Luffy states Kaido is so fast that he couldn't dodge it. That's pretty crazy. Like, it adds a whole other dynamic of Yonko tier characters are not just strong, they also have the speed and the durability and the attack potency, and overall their prowess is no joke. Zoro came through with a little off-screen training, Foxfire style, cuts Prometheus, fire flame slice right in half. This is crazy too, because Zoro cutting fire has been teased or foreshadowed since Punk Hazard, when him and Kinemon cut the door down and he was like, damn, I need to learn that technique. And even back then we didn't know how strong Kinemon was and how respectable the Scabbards are to a degree. Luffy even stating that's Kinemon's attack and Zoro saying it's mine now is jokes. Big Mom, it seems like Zeus and Prometheus are always getting bodied, but it's crazy because Big Mom herself isn't taking any damage. These are just homies that have their own soul along with Napoleon, the big three. Zoro was acting like a superstar right hand in this chapter, telling Luffy, don't let your guard down even for a second. We're up against two emperors. It's reminding me of Punk Hazard when he's telling him to get this shit together. And then also, once again, when the three main supernova were having their childish banter, you know how they're all fighting for supremacy. Each one is trying to get an edge on the other. And Law's going back to his OG character where he's telling Luffy, yo, I'm not listening to you. He never was technically under him. He was just getting assimilated into the Straw Hat culture, but now that they're all on an equal playing playing field. You see how Kid was teasing him, like, yo, I thought you were his underling, but all three of them are dissing each other and trying to one-up each other to the point where they all tank Big Mom's heavenly fireballs to the face, and Zoro's calling them blasphemous. This isn't the time for all that. So a little bit of comedic relief in a very serious encounter. Zoro gets serious, he puts on the bandana. You know, bandana Zoro is undefeated, at least in the post-time skip. He's a superstar. Him and Killer have their own banter too. Obviously Killer was nerfed, he didn't have his weapons and he wasn't in the right mind state, but Zoro was also nerfed, and as he said, the outcome would have been the same regardless, and I concur with that. Zoro and Killer hitting Kaido enjoying it, what's it called, smiling, and Zoro says he has to release more of Enma's power, probably has to put more Haki into it too. Then Kaido gives Supernova the ultimate compliment, calling them little monsters. Luffy goes into Gear 4, presumably Bound Man. Law uses Room. Kid uses Punk Rod and he looks huge, like, looks like Cyborg Frankie, massive. They have a combo attack with Kong Gun, Punk Vice, and Tact. Kaido takes enough damage that he reverts back into dragon form. Big Mom's on Zeus, and then we get another goated panel, beautiful. Both Yonko facing off against the 5 Supernova, Kaido in dragon form, Big Mom on Zeus with the homies out, Luffy in Gear 4 levitating, Bandana Zoro, all 3 swords out, Killer with his 2 sights out, Kid in Punk Rodden form looking D's, Law just chilling on the rock looking like Fuji, sword out, you know he's scheming. And then Kaido actually gives him the ultimate respect here. The victor of this battle will take a massive step towards becoming Pirate King. He was talking shit before, yo, we're gonna take your friends, your treasure. He knows they have poneglyphs too. Technically Luffy has 2, each of them only have 1. By the end of Wano, Luffy will come out with 3. Kaido's fooling himself, he doesn't have that MC plot armor. What he's saying is facts though. Whoever wins the war on Onigashima will be another step closer. Crazy that he's giving them that type of respect. But also, like Marco said, coming out of Wano, the new era will be in full effect. I've always said that by the end of the Super Saga that is the Yonko Saga, and Wano is the climax of a Super Saga that's been built up since Punk Hazard, all the mid-gen Yonko have to go down, even if it's not this arc, just going into Endgame. Big Mom, Kaido, and Shanks all have to be taken care of, whether it's Kaido and Wano, Big Mom and Elbaf, Blackbeard versus Shanks, because the new gen Supernova, the worst generation, have to come to prominence and be the predominant figures in the world and the story going into Endgame and the final war. But yeah, Zoro's definitely gonna cut Kaido at some point. Him talking about Enma in this chapter is teasing it. And if Kaido acknowledged the scabbards like that, in hopes of them carrying on Odin's legacy, there's definitely going to come a point to where him and Zoro have that encounter and he acknowledges him because he has Enma, and especially if he's from the Shimotsuki bloodline and carries on either Odin or Ryuma's legacy. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, that's it for the video, you guys. I kind of want to make a video dissecting that panel with all the greats and legends more. Luffy being up there with them, the lurking legend, who knows? But yeah, let me know how y'all thought the chapter was. Straight heat in my opinion. Like, subscribe, comment if you enjoyed the video. If you rated it, Modern Fiction, out.